We should go back to the Scorch tape, I'm thinking.
Oh, my God, yeah.
We got derailed last week.
I hear
Louis C.K. came in and other people, and we didn't get back to the Scorch, his latest PFG TV. People like that.
I hear tell there was one after that, and the table's gone.
Oh, really?
Somebody posted something on Twitter with a picture,
right,
photo, and said,
so maybe he's
the latest one, and the table's gone.
The giant table's ridiculous.
You gotta keep it, though.
Why don't we take a break? We'll maybe play some PFG TV. Yeah, but he's got a new set.
Hey, wait, it's a whole new set.
Wait, because we made fun of the set, too. Maybe we're...
72 views.
Maybe we're kind of helping him out.
72 views.
It's not a lot.
Oh, huh?
He obviously knows when something's up because it goes like, episode 1, 200 views. Episode 2, 290 views. Episode 3, 6,700 views.
That's because of us.
Yeah.
The Lacey Rain probably thought it was because of her.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's right.
All right.
He's probably like, hey, the show's catching on.
So
and
why
then
don't we
the next one's 72.
So why don't we just go with the brand new one he posted? Fuck it.
We should.
Why don't we do a little bit of that after the break?
Good.
They're all good, though. So fuck it. Let's go to the new one without the table. See what changes he made. Well, we got PFG TV ready to go here. Queued up and ready to go.
Yeah, this is the
We were just getting into the last
episode,
episode, but now there's a new episode since then.
which is even better because we get to go through his thrilling intro again.
I want more Lacey Rain, though. I loved her.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah. We got to get her on the show to talk about this fucking show.
Yeah.
She was wonderful.
Yes.
You really care what she has to say, or you want to just hook up with her? Let's be honest.
I would love to hook up with her, but honestly, I would love to hear more about Scorch's show.
Oh.
I would love her to talk about Scorch's show.
Why the fuck haven't we been invited on Scorch's show with all the promoting we're doing for him, Sam Roberts?
I don't know.
You know people in his camp still, right?
I feel guilty after we do these segments. I can't even.
Why? We gave him 7,000 views on his last episode. He only does 200 views.
I know, but he doesn't like to be mocked, I don't think.
He told me that he got Triple H into the business,
He told me that, too.
Triple H, who's now running the WWE, and Scorch is somewhere in New Hampshire.
Remember when Scorch was a wrestling manager?
You know what his name was?
What?
Vito Carlucci.
And who did he manage?
Yeah, who did he manage?
Local talent, mainly from...
He made it sound like it was WWF guys back in the day.
Well, apparently there were talks of him entering the WWF that kind of fell through at the very last minute.
Why? He'd be great for them.
That's some information I got from Scorch, actually. Scorch let me know.
How close was he?
Very close. I mean, as close as one can be.
Really?
Yeah. He actually, I think, decided to go for radio, if I remember correctly.
That's kind of smart.
Yeah. And, but he did get Triple H in the business before he left, so.
He did?
Yeah.
You think that's true?
Do I think it's true, or was I told it's true?
Well, I know you were told it was true.
I was told it was true.
Do you think it's true?
No, I do not think it's true. No, I think that's
Where's Triple H from?
True.
He's kind of from up that area, right?
Technically,
From
Scorch,
up in that area?
Scorch and Triple H both went to Killer Kowalski's wrestling school.
Is that true?
I know Triple H did. I know Scorch was associated with that indie group.
He probably knows him.
What do we know about Scorch that is true?
Scorch's Pizza. People are looking for
what do
hamburger.
we know about him that's true?
What do we know about...
Because it seems like it's all one big fabrication.
I'm a secret agent.
Right.
I got this
All right,
double life.
Without further ado, let's get into
Toothpicks?
Scorch's PFG TV, Season 6, Episode 4.
Now, do you want the summary of the episode like last time?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. In this week's episode, we've got an interview with former Bruin Scott Young. Opie, you're a hockey fan? Scott Young?
Yeah. Scott Young played for the Bruins.
Okay, that's pretty much that's the ground that you would cover?
I don't know much about him.
Okay. We've got a live musical performance by Sarah Lakita and the Problematics, along with an interview with Sarah Lakita. Actor-comedian Steve Sweeney.
Oh, boy.
Steve Sweeney made it.
Stops in to tell some jokes with Scorch and Sibby.
I bet.
Oh,
Now, that's a key phrase.
I can't wait to hear Scorch trample his setups.
Because he didn't say tell jokes to Scorch and Sibby.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. Sweeney's funny, man.
This is an action. Well, so is Scorch and Sibby.
Yes. So
this is an action-packed show that you don't want to miss. You can now watch Scorch's PFG TV on WFXT Saturday mornings at 2:30 a.m.
That's not Saturday morning. That's in the middle of the goddamn night.
Yeah.
It's not Saturday morning. I guess technically it's morning, but what the hell's he talking about?
It still says that the show's live.
Okay, even though we could see the sun coming through the shades.
Well, he's not going anywhere Saturday at 2:30 a.m. to do a live TV show.
Right. Well, I would like to see the great opening of the pier.
You sure you don't want to skip it since we've seen the opening before?
No, man.
Oh, please.
I love looking at New Hampshire in the open.
All right, let's take a look at New Hampshire.
Well, live. Well, it's not New Hampshire, though.
It's not? I've never been.
Live from the Santa Monica Pier
Right.
in beautiful California. No.
Why does he have the Santa Monica Pier in his open?
At one point, there's the airport that's shown is LAX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with New Hampshire. I don't get it.
There may be flights to the New Hampshire area.
From PFG Television Center at Red 13 Studios, welcome to Scorch's PFG TV. I am Lord Dougman W. Godspeed. Tonight, on another exciting episode, two-time Stanley Cup winner and NHL legend, Scott Young. Also, you know him from Something About Mary and over 20 other motion pictures. It's Boston funny man Steve Sweeney. And special musical guest, Limelight Magazine Song of the Year Award winner, Sarah Lakita and the Problematics. And of course, legendary disciple of rock and roll greatness, it's Scorch's co-host, Sebastian. So let's give it up for your host, Scorch.
Pause.
Yes, sir.
Pause. As we mock him, let's not forget we don't have a visual element on this show. We're not doing some big fucking half-hour TV talk show.
Yeah.
I mean, you could if you wanted to.
And look, why is he coming out with, like, they didn't fade out the fucking other graphic. Look.
It's a slow cross to
Slow cross, yeah.
But he's not starting on the chair
way
this time.
too slow.
He's not starting on the chair.
Is he
Looks
doing
like
a monologue?
He's walking out, and he is pretending that there's an audience that he's asking to quiet down, even though that's obviously a pre-recorded track.
All right, let's go.
Welcome, my friends. Here we are. The very first episode. I'm going to talk about this in a second, but this is actually the very first episode that we are filming to be live on Fox 25. Oh, yeah.
What? Wait,
How can you
wait a minute.
film an episode to be live?
To be live on Fox 25.
But he got on Fox 25?
Did he? Did he, Opie?
I don't know.
I don't either. You can't take his word for
Fox
it.
25 is the Fox affiliate out of Boston or New Hampshire?
Infomercial?
It's 2:30 a.m.
Did he pay? See, that's what people do. They buy infomercial time and just play a show. It's not like they picked up the Scorch PFG.
No, he conned somebody into paying for his show.
Yeah.
It's an infomercial.
Wait,
It's
I
an
think I just got
infomercial.
tricked by Scorch.
Yeah, you did.
I was believing his hype. I'm like,
saying-
holy shit, Fox 25.
Louis watches us, and
Yeah.
Louis.
You think he's going to mention that soon? All right, let's go.
Have a seat, man.
We made it.
We made it.
Jim Osabi.
And you all know my pal Sib Hashin, right? Give it up for Sib.
Everybody.
We're now on Fox 25, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. What's up with you, man? What's happening in the life?
No big table.
It sounds like the crowd is dubbed in, even though they probably
Yes.
are. Are they there?
There's some people there, probably.
You think when he said, yeah,
They
he's
sweeten
saying it
it.
for like 3 people?
They're sweetening the crowd a little bit.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah,
sweet,
They fix it in
a
post.
little.
Yeah.
a little sweetening.
A little.
A little bit.
You're saying it's a little bit.
A little bit. Just sweeten it up a little bit. Just a little.
So we'll
Give it a little
sweeten it.
punch.
A little splash.
A little splash.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need a little splash more.
No, you got to supplement those live applause.
Right. Just something to beef it up a little.
Just a little bit.
Fill in the dead spots.
That's right.
Sib Hashin.
Well, I just want to tell you right off that I had the best time reading both
What's good is when somebody disappears into the furniture, which is A, way too high, and B, it's a black leather couch, and this idiot's wearing black pants and a black shiny vest and a black shirt. It literally looks like there's a head and two arms.
It looks like
floating.
his head and his hands are sticking out of the couch.
Yes.
You're right.
He's wearing a leather vest on a leather couch.
Yeah. It's a terrible outfit.
What are you doing, man?
He's blending right into the
funny.
couch. Yes.
And you know how you can usually tell when a room is full of people? If the voices of the hosts echo.
Right.
And you can tell there's lots of people.
Lots of people for it to echo off of.
Yeah, but they sweeten that up in post.
A little beefing up.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Hack by one of our first guests, Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a couple of pages in here. One line is that it's worth the whole price. So if you get a chance to get it, you know, for us guys, we like to bring something in the, you know, the Bacauza and something we can leave there and read a couple, you know, pages every day. This is the book. Thanks, Jimmy, for coming on. Thanks for writing another book. And you know what? I'd love to see a boat hack, too. Because it's one of those books where, like, you know, I'm sorry.
What's the Bacauza?
It's
the toilet?
The way a dumbbell says toilet. But he didn't say what the line was. There's one line in here. Can you go back?
Sure.
This should be on a website called worstbookdescriptions.com. There's a thing in here. It's the best line. How about telling us? Listen to this atrocious book endorsement.
By the way, he still has the end table.
Yeah, why wouldn't
All
you?
right, that's all right.
Yeah, you got to put your notes there so they don't fall off.
But the table's gone.
That's really cool, too, when the angle shows 30 feet of the wall behind you. It's like he's sitting in front of the elevator on The Shining. It's red and black.
I like to think that the table was repoed because he didn't pay his pottery bar.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
His Rent-A-Center. Troy Aikman came and took it back.
Yeah,
We're taking your table, brother.
Hogan.
Yeah, you really want to see that much. That's a great camera angle. Show how small they are in the room.
We had the rule of thirds. 1/3 is the people, then 2/3 is dead space.
Yeah,
right?
it's exactly the dead wall space, which is distracting from... There's everything wrong with this visually. All right, I want to hear the great book description, because this made me want to run out and buy it.
Yeah. Let's
Great,
hear this.
great opening as opposed to a monologue.
Sorry. And you all know my pal Sib Hashin, right? Give it up for Sib. Everybody. We're now on Fox 25, you know what I'm saying? What's up with you, man? What's happening in the life of Sib Hashin?
Well, I just want to tell you right off that I had the best time reading Boat Hack by one of our first guests, Jimmy Dunn.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a couple of pages in here. One line is that it's worth the whole price. So if you get a chance to get it, you know, for us guys, we like to bring something.
Oh, my God.
What? There's a couple of... There's an entire book. There's a couple of pages in here. There's one line. So I'm supposed to rifle through 148 uninteresting pages to get to one line while I shit?
He is a terrible co-host. Holy shit.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I know.
He has a funny word for bathroom, though.
Yeah,
let's hear that. I'm going to
does.
crack up.
You like that, right?
Yeah, it's very funny.
If you get a chance to get it, you know, for us guys, we like to bring something in the, you know, the Bacauza. And
I've never heard it called the
Bacauza?
Bacauza.
I haven't either. I haven't either.
You haven't?
That's what the name of the studio should be. The Bacauza room. Everything in the shit.
I'm glad you explained that.
and something we can leave there and read a couple, you know, pages every day. This is the book. Thanks, Jimmy, for coming on. Thanks for writing another book.
No close-up on the book.
No, why would
Terrible camera work. Now they're back on the fucking three-quarter room angle. It shows Scorch and this guy in the middle of the fucking frame. Giant red and black striped wall behind them. Black couch. And he's holding up the fucking book, hoping the camera catches it. And it's on the wrong angle.
That's a two-shot. What are they doing?
Everything they're doing is wrong.
There's too much space in that frame not being used.
And you know what? I'd love to see a boat hack, too. Because it's one of those books where, like, you know, I was sorry it was ending.
Plus, you're in the bathroom a long time. Many, many times in the day. We'll discuss that. Jimmy, for those that haven't followed along, Jimmy, I asked him to come and be part of this show again, this first taping for Fox. But Jimmy is actually going to, he's in a media freeze because he got signed to be in a sitcom on another network. But it's actually, it's a
Wait.
These are the little things
A
that I
media
love.
This is brilliant. brilliant.
You missed the other one.
This is brilliant.
The only reason why I love playing this shit. He, in his mind, is the biggest fucking thing on TV. I love it. He said on another network.
Another network.
Right. He's competing with everybody, man. He can't mention another network.
Exactly. There's a media freeze. They're not allowing someone to be on a show that's on another network.
Hey, they're not talking about me. I'm not going to talk about them.
Because does he mean Fox 25?
Yeah.
Like he can't.
He
is
say
part of the
network.
Fox family now.
Right.
So
He does an infomercial on.
no, he's part of the Fox family.
This is brilliant.
So he's not going to mention another network. That would be stupid.
Right?
Is it a media freeze?
I got to hear that again. I gotta hear what he's fucking talking about. That's brilliant.
All along, Jimmy, I asked him to come and be part of this show again, this first taping for Fox. But Jimmy is actually going to, he's in a media freeze because he got signed to be in a sitcom on another network. But it's actually it's a prime time. Prime time.
See, he bounced up.
So what he's saying is that everyone who does like Leno,
Right.
it has to be a show from NBC.
Right. No, you have them on, and you just say another network.
Yeah,
But he said no, he's not even going. Like he can't even go on.
Jimmy's in a media freeze.
A media freeze.
That's what you do. As soon as you get a sitcom, you go into a media freeze because you don't want to
tell
promote
anybody about it.
You keep it under your hat.
Oh my
sucks.
God!
So like New Girl and the Mindy Project and those shows, they don't get promoted.
No, they
Because
can't.
Fox doesn't have a late night show.
Right.
You can't do it.
Little Scorch, you understand, right?
Yeah, don't give him any credit, Scorch. They didn't pay.
We can't mention the competition. You understand, right?
But you don't have anything to worry about.
Said he's in a media freeze. He's in a media freeze.
Can't do it. He would if he could.
A media freeze on another network. Oh, God. God bless him. He is huge in his mind.
He is.
Off our show.
Oh, he admitted that.
By the way, I'm still waiting to hear if there's any actual applause. I'm not sure if there's...
He's got friends, I'm sure. I'm sure this. I would bet there's about 10 people in there.
Okay.
And then they sweeten it up in post.
Give it a little spice.
A little spice.
Okay. Every other line was Scorch PFG TV, and they got pissed off at him, but they still let him stay, you know what I mean? So what else is going on in your life?
Well, I'm really excited about tonight's show.
Yeah.
We've got a professional hockey player on who's won
There's a head and arms in that couch. That couch has a head and arms.
This looks like a head and arms sticking out of the
What a
couch.
horrible outfit for that couch.
Oh my God! He couldn't have picked worse if he was doing weather in a fucking green shirt and pants.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh my God, is that atrocious?
2 Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
A local guy, too, an American, a rare breed, and we got the fantastic Sarah Lakita band.
Yep,
How good is that? And Mr. Steve Sweeney's in the house.
Sweeney's in the house.
In the house.
Boston legend, big movie star. Steve Sweeney's here, y'all.
So that basically
Steve
fills
Sweeney's
the
a
deal.
big
You know what's
movie
up with my
star?
life these days?
Yes, he is, y'all.
Now Scorch is going to tell you what's up with his life these
Yeah, I'd
days.
like to know.
I'm just glad nobody asked him.
He can't get that Fox 25 thing out enough.
Yeah.
I could be on
proud, though,
the
man.
Fox affiliate here in New York.
Yes.
I could go. I could go and say I would like to buy a half hour of time.
How much
when
is
you
that?
when you get infomercial time at 3 in the morning, whatever it is, and go on and do it. You're allowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you go to a local access studio, and they will allow you to film in that studio for free.
There you go.
You got a show. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's
we
do
should
it.
do that.
Nah, it takes work.
That would be funny if we did that. That would be very funny.
If we
That's
did a
sort of what
public
we-
access show.
Well, that's what we did up in Boston, Real Rock TV. I mean, they bought time on a Spanish station, and we're on.
That was really high budget, though. They shouldn't have showed when you ran out. You made the noise. Like, Mike, it's so frenzy.
You remember that?
Oh, it's my favorite moment.
I was
Oh, we gotta go.
I was hoping you forgot about that. You remember that, huh?
My favorite moment in the entire thing.
Oh, fucking hack. Stupid fucking hack.
Let's hear what's going on in Scorch's
let's do
life.
it.
So that basically fills the deal. You know what's up with my life these days?
No one
I crashed my Jeep.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I crashed my Jeep doing no more than 5 miles an hour. I crashed my Jeep.
Who was in the Jeep with you?
A friend of mine.
All right.
You know, I have a new young lady in my life. Hey, Kimmy, nice to see you. And Sibby, the first day Sibby met her, Sibby gave him Sibby gave her one of his pat downs. And for no reason at all of a sudden, Sibby gets out of the bar stool and says, "Oh, I'm going to pet you down." And I'm like, I noticed, though, as I think about it, he didn't say pat you down.
What'd I say?
Pet you down.
Pet you down?
You know what I mean?
This
she's a sweet.
could possibly be.
Wow, this is good. This is good
the
stuff.
most inane,
No, it's good stuff.
useless, boring conversation I've ever heard.
Do you know what it is? This is devoid of charm.
It is drivel.
It's it's literally charmless noise.
Oh, man, little Scorch, what are you thinking of? I think it's interesting.
You're jealous, Scorch. They're always jealous. Everybody's jealous of you, buddy.
All right,
We're on
Rick.
Fox 25.
I'm going to get back to this in a minute here.
Fox 25.
Remind the audience.
People care about my life and what happens, right?
Yeah, tell them about the Jeep.
This is
Say
not
hi to Kimmy.
a story you convey to people.
It's good Scorch is wearing. He has a weird orangish colored couch, which blends into the fucking red wall behind. All these colors are horrid.
No thought was given to what was going to be on the couches, what was going to be behind them, the lighting, the camera angles, nothing.
Yeah, but he'll fix that because he got rid of the big fucking table because of us.
Fox 25.
I want to do a talk show where I have a bright red suit on and I'm sitting in a bright red chair.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be great. That's right.
If you intentionally did it.
Mm-hmm.
Not
You should just
intentionally.
do a series of really bad one-off talk shows on random public access channels.
I'd love to.
Just see what sticks.
That'd be fun, actually.
Yeah.
All right, continue.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you, man. You know what? Thank you very much.
Your mother's got to be really happy.
Well, it's good because I was finally able to stop dating her. So that's a good thing, you know. Anyhow, yeah, we got a great show today. Yes.
Let this opening be no indicator. We have a great show today, despite we haven't even had a mildly interesting moment yet. Poor Scorch.
Why did he mention crashing his Jeep?
Because it was really a great. It gets you curious.
Yeah, he said he's kind of endearing himself to the audience. He's being like, hey, look, it happens to me too.
But he never explained why he crashed at 5 miles an hour.
Well, no, why would he?
No.
Why would he have follow up?
That would be interesting because that's almost impossible to do.
It was at least the beginning of a story.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear the end.
I wouldn't mind. I would have liked that one. Wow, Thatcher led Britain from 79 to 90. That was it. She was done in 1990?
Then John Major picked up.
Holy fuck. Ooh. Yeah, if you don't know, Margaret Thatcher died.
The Iron Lady.
Yes.
Yeah, well, she obviously always had neatly pressed clothes. She was the Iron Lady.
Now let's get back to the board.
Space shot. No, that reminds me it's time for weird news, folks.
I should bring the song back. Weird news.
You make this
Now,
big,
let's
Sam.
start off with the human statue story, okay? In Australia, you know human statues.
Human statue.
When people, they put on
They
the
put
green
the
makeup.
white stuff in there.
Right.
They freeze,
Yeah, you know what I mean? So there was one in Australia.
You know what I mean?
And this kid knew that he was a human statue. So he tried to be one of those, those pestering. So eventually, after touching him all over the place, nothing inappropriate, he gave him a wet willy, one of these things in the ear.
Oh, I hate those.
So the statue broke form. Okay, the statue got up off the pedestal, punched the guy right in the mouth, broke his jaw, and knocked all of his teeth out. You know what I mean? So, what I would like to do is, at this point,
that's a lie. We've seen the video.
Yeah.
That he doesn't knock all of his teeth out or break his jaw or get off a pedestal.
No.
No, those incidents didn't happen.
You saw the video, right?
I did.
He just
hit
throws
the
the punch and hit him, and the guy walks away.
Wait, he's pumping up the story a little bit?
And the guy
spice to it.
And there was a
Spikes.
severed head, and he was running with the severed head, and there was a severed head, and there was a child suicide bomber.
Well, you got to punch. Whatever.
Why didn't you show the video?
You don't know what I mean?
Maybe he is. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Does he show videos?
During his ability to.
Let's see.
They don't want to take anything away from Scorch time.
got up off the pedestal, punched the guy right in the mouth, broke his jaw, and knocked all of his teeth out, you know what I mean? So, what I would like to do is, at this point, I would like to issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
Hold on, pause, go back.
Listen to the applause.
The worst.
Wow.
Worst applause introduction ever.
First of all, it's so fake.
And the applause started too early.
They piped it right.
It's early.
And they started before, like, who would applaud?
Which makes it more noticeable.
The entire audience started applauding at the exact same time where they shouldn't have.
You got to cue that shit up better.
This is hilariously bad. Let's hear that again, please.
I would like to do is, at this point, I would like to issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
Pause. They're applauding because he said PFG TV, basically. If they applauded at the end of the setup, then it would kind of work. Listen to that again. No crowd would just all start applauding at that point.
All of his teeth out, you know what I mean? So, what I would like to do is, at this point, I would like to issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
No, now applause. You wait.
Oh, my God.
Because there's an anticipation thing there, too.
They applaud after what they're applauding has been stated.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is like applause you would hear at, like, Radio City.
Yeah.
All right.
With a full crowd at Radio City.
The Rockettes going into their kick line.
And
it's the same gusto.
I love when they look out at the fake audience that's not there.
Yeah, he's looking out at the fake audience.
There's not an audience there.
No.
This should be viral. This show should be viral.
Oh, my God, yes.
This should have millions of views.
Millions.
Yeah. I told you they like me.
Whew. All right.
Within the next 2 weeks.
Did you catch that edit?
Wow.
Oh, he fucked it up, so they had to redo it?
Yeah, you can see completely.
Let's see.
Wow.
Wait, man, this is a challenge, though.
We're
ready to hear the first PFG TV challenge.
We're making people wait for it.
Psyched.
Issue the very first, Scorch's PFG TV listener viewer challenge.
That's when you hit the applause.
Right off the
challenge. Within the next 2 weeks after see this show, I am going to be somewhere in downtown Boston as a human statue.
Whoa.
So, here's the challenge.
Oh, no.
You have to punch every single statue that you see from now to the next 2 weeks in downtown Boston.
Laughs.
If you are the lucky one to punch me,
it's Rupert
I won't
Pupkin.
punch you back, but you're going to get a huge, huge special prize that the Scorch's PFG TV lawyers are working on getting us right now. So,
As we speak.
As we speak. So make sure you punch every statue you see.
Everyone.
You can get the grand prize, folks. Yeah.
He didn't say what the prize was.
Right.
But do you understand what a lawsuit that is waiting to happen?
I know, but if you're going to have a contest, you got to get everything figured out.
Dude, the laughter that was piped in, the
that was fake?
the fucking
The laughs were real.
The no grand prize.
The lawyers are working on it.
The fucking
what lawyers? You got to.
No one's working on it.
There are PFG TV lawyers.
But they should have the prize already if they're going with the contest.
Do you think that
holy shit,
if a statue got punched in the face and somebody said PFG TV told me to do it, the person with the statue would have a legal case against Scorch?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He set himself up for a lawsuit.
Yeah. I cannot get enough of Scorch. This is fantastic.
It's amazing.
Let's hear more, please.
We're on in the middle of the night, and a lot of people have just been drinking as they watch the show. So you know what? We're not really going to give you any prize, but I guarantee you some people are still going to go around punching this.
Stop punching.
Hell yeah. You know, those are our listeners. We love you. Those are our listeners. The world's strongest
Pause again.
Oh, my God, was that bad applause? Who does this? They just on their home computer?
It's really bad.
They're just sweetening the audience a little bit.
Just pumping it up a little, right?
Bit.
Just a little bit.
You know what? We're not really going to give you any prize, but I guarantee you some people are still going to go around punching this.
Stop punching.
Hell yeah. You know, those are our listeners. We love you. Those are our listeners. The world's strongest cup of coffee, Death Wish Coffee. Have you heard about that?
I just heard about that. Brand new.
You just heard about it. When?
Last week.
Tell us about Death Wish Coffee.
Okay, this guy's Death Wish Coffee. He's got.
So awkward.
There's no chemistry here. Not an
Is it a
iota.
sponsor? Or are they trying to get into one of those?
I don't know. That would be like
The show's a mystery.
if Jay Leno was doing headlines and he asked the band leader, "You heard about this?" And the band leader was like, "Yes." And then Jay was like, "Oh,
I'll give him a
all
pass.
right, you tell him then."
I'll give him a pass if this is a sponsored thing.
I don't care.
I just had a tough time working it in.
This is fucking funny, though.
You like it?
Fuck yeah, man. It's this guy, you hear the audience, they're going crazy.
Yeah.
You are.
It's my band's supposed to be on.
The skull and crossbones, all right, and he's made a challenge to everybody else. This is the strongest cup of coffee you're ever gonna drink. I saw 600 milligrams of caffeine. All right.
See, I'm one in the
Pause.
world of
Now,
hallucinogen.
what a non-idiot would say is this is how many are in a regular cup of coffee.
Right.
So that
He gives no basis of what that is.
I still don't know how strong it is.
for all I know, a regular cup of coffee has 610.
Right.
Or is it 3?
Exactly.
I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
wish a non-idiot had given that description.
It's really bad. Wow.
600 milligrams of caffeine. All right.
See, I'm one in the world of hallucinogens. I like downs, not ups. Do you like being that
The
up?
syndrome
Nah,
that you
I do
have.
one cup of the real thing a day.
I want to hear
Then I'm
about
like,
his 1 cup a day gets me going to the Kadunka flunk, whatever he calls the toilet.
In that up.
Nah, I do 1 cup of the real thing a day, and then I'm like, I'm wired.
This thing has the
Maybe the
strength
pills
of double the strength of espresso. And it comes with a disclaimer warning the drinkers, believe it or not, to have many sleepless nights. Okay, I mean, that's insane. You can get it on Amazon right now.
Nuremberg rally flags behind it without the
16 ounce.
swastikas. It looks very Nazi-like,
Yeah.
the black, red, and white.
Nazi, because you should not see this.
And then he has like a red couch that blends in with the red in the back.
It's just hideous.
Yeah.
Drinkers, believe it or not, to have many sleepless nights. Okay, I mean, that's insane. You can get it on Amazon right now. $16 or a 16-ounce bag, $20. Huh?
16-ounce bag?
16-ounce bag, $20.
I'll give you a 20-ounce bag for 40.
You know what? We'll talk about that off air. We can't do this now. We'll talk about that
that's
later
right, we're
on.
in
So,
Fox.
we got one final weird news story. This is interesting.
It's charmless.
I guess that was a pot reference.
A charmless, terrible joke.
I don't understand what
I don't think it was set up ahead of time either. I don't think they discussed that they were going there with that.
that coffee thing wasn't a news story.
No.
It was just explaining that there was coffee on Amazon if you want to buy some.
Oh. But they needed to go there so they could set up their really good drug joke.
The pot joke?
Yeah.
I mean, it was strong, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a
really
good
strong.
joke, but I mean,
It's great.
Yeah.
Christian Urba of Poland, amazing new world record. This guy rode his bicycle up 2,754 steps to the top of the Shanghai World Financial Center. 1 hour and 21 minutes.
Yep.
That's all it took for him to do that. How about that?
Unbelievable.
You're in good shape.
wouldn't
Could
do
you ride
that.
your bike up, you know? What do you do to stay in shape?
God.
he's interviewing his co-host.
They have nothing.
He goes, so he finds articles and he goes, okay, then I just riff off this. And then he got to the end of the article and he went,
Yeah, I got nothing.
There's no wit.
There's nothing here.
You don't think so?
It's
That's
devoid
great,
of
though.
anything. It's a visual and audio vacuum.
All right.
Shape?
Wouldn't
Could
do
you ride
that.
your bike up, you know? What do you do to stay in shape?
Play drums.
Oh, is that what you do? Did you ever play in? What bands have you played in?
I played in hardcore and Boston.
Were you in Boston?
And Dirty Water.
Dirty Water, give it up. That's the one we
Yeah,
want.
all right.
Anyway, it's a good news, bad news situation. The good news is
that's another terrible
The
edit.
fake fucking. I love it. What a set of
And
balls on him.
And then they started the applause early because they thought he was going to say Boston first.
Yeah.
Anyone else pick up on that?
No, they didn't start anything. The editor hit the button early.
Oh, the guy that was supposed to sweeten it up a little bit?
Yeah, sweeten that in post.
Please sweeten it up. Sweeten up the laughs.
Amazing.
Dirty water, give it up. That's the one we want.
All right.
Anyway, it's a good news, bad news situation. The good news is he did break the record.
Great.
But obviously, as you can tell, the bad news is nobody ever spoke about it. There you go. And that, my friends, is today's installment of Weird News.
Did you get that?
No.
Fucking funny. Smoke like a bike, you cocksucker. This guy's fucking good.
That whole thing was a setup.
To say no one spoke about it, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
What are you talking about? No one spoke of it.
He just did.
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
What is? He went all that distance for a spoke joke because it was a bike story.
Spokes.
Spoke.
Yeah, spokes. Wow, that's good.
Yeah, that's great.
A bike has spokes.
It does.
More, please. Please.
What a hell of a show today,
Wow,
my God.
great show.
We have got coming up great comedian Steve Sweeney. We have got Sarah Lakita, and we're going to be talking about the Aero Chicks and so much more. And we have got professional athlete Scott Young coming up right next as we continue with more of Scorch's PFG TV.
I think you wanted to say right now.
Yes, he was going to say right now because he realized there's nothing
There's
happening.
nothing to go to.
So he had to say right next.
What, did the band set up so they could play for 2 seconds?
Yeah, let's see the band.
Last time?
Where are they?
Okay.
Does he have a band
Let me
today
see.
in this episode?
No, we couldn't afford the
Welcome
band.
back to Scorch's PFG TV.
You didn't go
Very
there.
special
Pause.
guest right now.
Wait,
There is a new problem.
I want to see something.
The audio's not synced up with the video.
Yeah, now his mouth isn't moving with the sound.
Can we go back to the end of that one?
Yeah.
And the new beginning. I want to see something.
Okay.
To just the end and the beginning. Go ahead. I want to see if his left hand has moved on that couch at all.
Yeah.
Or if it's exactly in the same position, meaning he just. Okay, good. Try it.
Yeah, that they just...
So much more. And we have got professional athlete Scott Young coming up right next as we continue with more of Scorch's PFG TV.
Oh, okay. He clapped. Great. Shit. Okay, it won't matter.
Welcome back to Scorch's PFG TV. Very special guest right now. The guest, pro hockey player.
No.
There's
Go to
a lot of stuff
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
We can't do this whole thing.
Get rid of him.
We gotta do.
Sweeney.
Yeah, we gotta go to
Go
Sweeney.
to Sweeney.
I want to hear poor
can't do
Steve
the
Sweeney's
whole thing.
jokes get stepped on by.
Oh, yes. He will trounce every setup he tries to do.
That's Scott Young.
Yeah, that's the fucking hockey
Well, let's see the
guy.
band. Who the chick is?
Got the... Oh, boy.
What a pig. Oh, my God.
70.
What a flump.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
What is this segment? What is
wait
this?
a minute.
He's outside.
Hold on
Is this-
a minute.
I see a car driving.
No, they're setting up a
Is
bit.
it a bit? Is it a bit?
Yeah. Okay.
It has to
let's
be
see the bit.
because Sib is in
A robe?
a robe, and he's got like a cup of tea or coffee.
Yeah, what's happening? Let's see.
Right. And it's 3 younger people in their 30s living with 3 older people in their 70s. And one of the commercials, there's a girl in the back seat, and the old lady's looking at the GPS saying, I don't know how to use this damn thing. And the girl in the back seat is looking at a map book saying, I don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's amazing that
contrast.
times have changed. What kind of a crowd do you get at an event?
Hopefully the craziest ones. It's a huge variety of people. Honestly, women, men,
Fucking
young,
Sibby
old.
in this.
Sibs Vids. I get the opportunity, and I'm honored and privileged to show a video that I've taken somewhere in this wonderful country of ours, supported by one of the songs that my old band, Ernie and the Automatics, just released. I want you to sit back, get your favorite drink, get a smoke, put your feet up, relax, and enjoy this week's fit.
Is it Sib's home movies? Looking at a beach,
palm trees,
all shakily taken.
Yeah, it's
video.
like a tsunami video. I wish that's what it was. It's like a bad music video.
Yeah,
horrible. Just driving
down the road.
in a Caribbean town.
It is good stuff. Put it in the show.
What is this?
I don't know.
It's a guy driving down the street in like fucking Waikiki.
It's terrible.
Sibs vids.
Oh my God!
He's still driving. Why wouldn't you cut to something else?
Holy
He's driving
shit.
in real time.
It's still driving. It's still pointed out the fucking windshield. Just showing
You just
a
see
nice
a car
scene.
in front. He's just on a road. He's still driving.
Sibs vids are terrible.
It didn't even change again.
No, it's
No.
one long shot out the
fast forward?
windshield.
Fast-
No,
oh, you want
wait.
me
At least show the fucking ocean. You're passing. He doesn't even show the ocean. No, I want to see how long he just drives.
It's the camera that's pointed out the windshield.
It's
still
what the fuck are they doing?
It's hilarious. It's nothing.
It's absolutely nothing. It's just a shot out the windshield as he's driving. And there's nothing to look at.
Nothing.
Not even a nice area.
No, it's a who gives a fuck area down in the Caribbean somewhere.
how careless and sloppy. There's people on bikes.
Oh
What is
my
this?
God. I don't know what this is.
It's still the same shot, by the way.
Yeah. Just the camera aimed stupidly out the front window.
Do you think this would be a...
All right,
video.
finally, now it's
Another
different
road,
road.
a tree-lined suburban area.
At least he made a cut, but he still has the shot out the windshield. That's it.
This is terrible.
Now he's
finally-
showing you bushes and
He
houses
just
on the
showed
side.
a shrub. Everything's
this
going by way too fast. You can't see anything.
Fucking terrible.
Fuck!
Why would Scorch think this would be good for the show?
I don't know. He almost shows the driver.
Yeah.
Now he's showing the knuckle on the fucking steering wheel.
Wow. Wow. This is terrible.
What the fuck?
This is terrible.
What is the point of this?
No point.
Oh my God.
All right, let's hear how they come back to it. Yeah, fuck it.
Literally has another 2 minutes.
Yeah,
What?
fuck it.
No, we
Skip-
can't make
skip
it there.
Skip
I
over
bet you
that.
that the fucking bands pay money to fucking have their songs played.
Yeah, but he's just driving.
It's Sib's band.
Oh.
All right. There's better ways to fucking play the song from your band.
How about you bring the band in?
Let's hear Scorch now, coming back. All right?
All right, at least he shows a sunset at the end of the thing.
Oh, it's just
What the
atrocious.
fuck was that?
Welcome back to Scorch's PFG TV. What a show so far.
what a great show.
They don't acknowledge
and we're
it.
very much loving the fact we are now on Fox 25. Yeah.
We're going big time.
And I'm so excited about this. Our guest,
By the way,
our
pause
special
the
guest
camera
of the
work.
night is
It's
one
on
of the-
Scorch, and you see Sib's left hand and watch.
You gotta go one shot or two shot.
And there's-
you can't have just the guy's left hand and left knee.
And there's so much room to
the
Scorch's
right.
side where they could absolutely get both of them in
Right.
frame. We're hearing him carry on a conversation with a severed hand.
Right. What is he going for Stanley Kubrick? Just fucking making everyone uncomfortable? What are you doing?
It's terrible.
Wait, do you think Scorch's notes are secretly tucked away?
Maybe.
Or are they just shoved into the couch?
Shoved
there?
into the couch.
Oh, my.
I gotta pee badly. I'm gonna run and pee.
Oh.
What? No.
I have to piss. I can't hold.
Oh,
How long since we
little
broke?
Jimmy.
I gotta piss desperately.
All right, so why don't we do a quick break?
Yeah,
Let's take a
I
break.
can't hold.
And then
it.
we'll do the Steve Sweeney
I
thing
want
and
to-
we'll move on to other
Yeah,
shit,
that
all
sounds
right?
good. That sounds good.
This is the Opie and Anthony channel on Sirius XM.
And now, True Confessions. Confessions. From O&A talent booker, Roland.
Bring me a good cock and I'll suck it right now.
This has been True Confessions. Confessions. From O&A talent booker, Roland.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
That's so
Great.
true. We went to the bathroom, and the PFG TV with Scorch just is making me mad.
Yeah, everyone gets mad just talking about, like, what's wrong with it.
Well, they set up Sib's video,
Yeah.
and you're thinking, okay, cool, he's going to show a cool video or something.
Nope.
And the setup was so long, and he has a wardrobe change and everything to set up his video, and then it's just a shot out of windshield for 4 minutes.
Yeah. Terrible.
The fuck was that? And now we're looking at an almost two-shot. You can't have an almost two-shot in the business. No. You either have a one-shot or a two-shot. You don't have a one-shot with the guy's left hand and left knee in the picture.
Especially when you're talking to that guy.
Right.
Like, then you hear his voice, but you don't see him.
You see all of Scorch, and you see a left hand and a knee right now.
That's it.
Fuck, this is enraging.
Where are we at? Where did we leave off?
I think
we want Sweeney.
Yeah, we want Sweeney, then we'll move on as far as this goes for a while.
Oh, wow.
Oldest comedians ever. Aristophanes actually got lines from this guy. Many different kinds of lines, including comedy lines. This is our pal Steve Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
PFG TV.
Rewind. Watch them stand up out of frame.
Really?
They stand up to clap for Steve Sweeney. Their heads are out of frame.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Come on.
Watch.
This is basic TV production.
Oh, this is great.
Literally basic shit.
There we go.
All right, good.
Actually got lines from this guy. Many different kinds of lines, including comedy lines. This is our pal Steve Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
You're just looking at his crotch. Are you trying to say that never happens on Leno, Jimmy?
No.
Never?
Half of Scorch is showing, and 1/4 of Sib is showing as they stand up to greet the guest who is coming out.
The big guest.
Wow. Steve Sweeney. All right.
The great Steve Sweeney.
Let her rip.
Mm-hmm.
Let's sit down. What is this?
That's good. This is the future.
Yeah, thanks a lot. What an introduction.
This is the future of.
Yeah, you know, I've done over. Let me tell you something, all right? Since I got that introduction from Scorch's PISS show, I've done over 20-something movies, some about Mary, me, myself, and Irene. And yeah, you know, no one could be madder at me the way my career has ended up. In the 3rd floor of a freaking abandoned building in Framingham with a bald-headed host from freaking New Hampshire. Sibby, I'm surprised at you putting a knife in me. I'm sad. These are called feelings. What's your name, Scorch?
Yeah, come whatever you want, man. You're the superstar.
But anyway, I take what I can get. You shouldn't make fun of old people. I've been very depressed, if you want to know the truth.
Why is that?
Well, I don't want to get to the cause of the depression, but what I did was, I went to a veterinarian the other day, and the guy said, "Where's your dog? Where's your?" I said, "My apartment's too small. It wouldn't be fair to the dog." He said, "So what are you doing here?" I said, "I want you to put me to sleep." He said, "What?" I said, "You know, I want you to put me down." So, and he said, "What are you, crazy?" I said, "Do I look crazy? Do I? Do I look crazy? I look like those guys you run away from in the subway." So he said, I said, "So you're not going to do it?" He said, "No." I said, "Of course." I said, "So will you fix me?" And he said, "Fix me, you know, neuter me, you know." He said, this is what he said to me, Sib, and I know you're a dog lover. He said, "You're a little mangy. So what I'll do is I'll groom you." So he gave me a chew toy. And anyway, listen. I am here, you know, because you were talking about, you know, your love of animals or whatever you were lying about.
Wow. You hear what he just said or whatever you were lying about? This is really uncomfortable. Steve Sweeney hates him. It looks like they don't know each other.
Yeah, and Steve Sweeney realized he got himself into something.
He was like, "What is this?"
Like, he was probably lied to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fox 25. It airs on Fox 25.
We got 20 million viewers
And then he realizes, oh, my God, I'm in some
you can tell he's not into this at all.
No.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck is this?
Rewind a little bit so you can hear him say a lot. What else
Yeah, what else he
lying about?
Neuter me, you know. He said, this is what he said to me, Sib, and I know you're a dog lover. He said, "You're a little mangy."
Story goes nowhere.
So what I'll do is I'll groom you. So he gave me a chew toy. And anyway, listen. I am here,
He won't even look at Scorch.
you know, because you were talking about, you know, your love of animals or whatever you were lying about. I am here for a very special cause that I'm involved in. I am running a 10K Sunday
for the restless leg syndrome. And as you can see, they're very restless. And I also am afflicted, and I know this is just comedy to you people, with the irritable bowel syndrome. So I try to crap Sibby, and I can't because my legs are so restless. It's very sad. And then there's a Million-Man March in Washington, of course, for erectile dysfunction. And we are going to march, Sib, and I hope to see you there. All right, so listen, I've been waiting 2 hours. Start firing some questions at me. So
Pause. Why wait in 2 hours if it's live and we're only 50 minutes in? Right. We'll probably keep retaking stuff.
Wow.
You can see Steve Sweeney is miserable being there.
Yeah, he is
He's not enjoying this.
Not a happy man.
I don't blame him.
Being in that studio.
He was one of the guys, I told you, one of the guys I beat out for Lucky Louie.
Oh, wow.
It was me, him, and one of the guys. It's the only time I've met him. Yeah, I liked him, though. He's obviously a very funny dude.
He's a very funny guy.
But you can tell he just fucking wants nothing to do with this.
I wonder what it was about. He probably waited too long.
He was probably annoyed, and Scorch put him on last.
Right.
He's the biggest of those guests.
Oh, he should be up front.
Oh, boy.
No one's still watching this video. Only us, because we're obsessed with it.
72 views.
Good.
And we are going to march, Sib, and I hope to see you there. All right, so listen, I've been waiting 2 hours. Start firing some questions at me so I can get out of here.
First question, how are your two dogs going? I love your two dogs.
I got two great dogs, and I also have a good friend named Sibby, who is absolutely, out of millions of men, the worst loser on the golf course. He pouts, he storms off, and he takes my money all the time. And
now, wait a minute. How do you lose?
I know.
And take somebody's money.
Well, I mean, the one time you lost, and he's living off The Rock. His daughter is with The Rock.
We don't tell people that.
The Rock is sending him money.
And now we owe the WWE money for mentioning him.
Now, a lot of late-night hosts do use toothpicks, and I know that you're starting a trend with that.
Yes. Yes.
No, anyway, you're. I've been watching this show. It's a great show. That's it. Is my segment over?
Jesus. No, you know what? Can I relay a funny story?
Yeah, go ahead.
With me and Steve?
Yeah.
Because we go way back. I mean, I was a big fan of his, going to shows, and he'd see me and give me these looks,
Yeah.
Then I'd see him, and a couple of weeks later, finally he goes, you know what? I said, I think this guy's connected. He thought, and I finally introduced myself. I said, and we've been golfing buddies for the longest time. But we also were judges on the community audition show.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
And one of the years, a couple of years ago, Steve was on the final show.
Yeah.
And I was really disappointed with the selection they made.
Right.
And just to give you some legs, I've sang harmony with Brad Delp on 2 world tours. I sang on record and live with Sammy Hagar. And I also sang live and on record with Rick Derringer. So I like to think I know what I'm saying about vocals.
Right.
Anyway, I wasn't really happy with the selection they made for the grand prize winner. So I call up Steve and I go, Steve, I go, what the hell's going on?
Great story
How did
so
you
far.
pick her? What are you, out of your freaking mind? Don't you know anything?
Right.
And he says, you know what he says to me? He says, go f yourself. And he hangs up the phone. So I wait a couple of weeks. I call him back. I go, hey, Steve, hi, this is Sibby. You know what? I already did go f myself, and it was good. Well, and I said, let me finish. And I said, can we go off later on today? He goes, sure. So you know what?
Let me
that
tell
shows
you
you a good friend. You can tell
That's a
your
good
buddy
friend.
to go screw.
Well, let me tell you my version of the story, okay? Because as you know, I sang harmony with John Lennon and Paul McCartney.
That's right.
Look, I'm the first to admit that I don't know anything about
I wish
music.
he was singing with Bradley Delp while the barbecue
what
was
Sibby
going.
does is he takes these 12, 13-year-old children and he crushes their self-esteem. They're sitting there wide-eyed in innocent little faces, and he'll look at them and say, think about Walmart! And then the parents will come up to you afterwards. I love doing the show, but the parents will...
I don't get this.
I don't get it.
I'm hearing people talking.
This isn't fun anymore.
But I'm not understanding what the fuck they're even talking about.
This is excellent. I want to hear more. This is
God.
Really?
Cringy. Yeah, poor Steve Sweeney.
It's not fun anymore.
But even Steve Sweeney, I understand he's pissed, but I don't even know what he's talking about.
Scorch, thank God, has just shut up.
Right.
He hasn't said a word, and fucking, that magic story Sibby told. Wow.
I'm not having fun anymore.
No, I'm just mad.
Well, that's where we part company. I'm enjoying this quite a great deal.
I got mad in the bathroom with the video out the windshield.
It's, yeah. I don't know what that
Sibby's
was.
vids? Sib's vids?
Sib's vids. What is he talking about?
Sib's vibs?
Sib's bibs.
Sib's vibs.
Please, more of this uncomfortable interview.
You want more from...
Dude, I've never heard an interview that made me this uncomfortable.
Come up to you and, do you know how old my daughter is? I don't know, 14. Yeah, she's only 14. Why don't you give her a 10? So, yeah, you're right, Sib. I should have...
That's all right. You won. You know what?
No, you know what?
No, I got kicked off. No, I got kicked off and you're still there.
You know what? I voted for the person that you liked on that, but I was overruled by Joyce Haywood. So you can tell her to go F herself.
Well, I got kicked off because they had some nasty rumors about me and Joyce in the back room, and so I'm gone.
Oh, so my rumors worked. But you know what? Wow. Here's the thing. This show, I mean, the momentum it's gotten. Anyway,
can I ask you one question? Yeah. I know you've had a stellar movie career.
I actually have been in the biggest movies of the summer twice. Back to School.
He hates Scorch. He won't even look at him.
Jesus. Nothing better than an Inside Story, first of all. I love him. And then, the quality of the video went from really light to dark.
Yeah.
He does hate Scorch.
Hates him. He won't even look at him.
He's not looking at Scorch.
He's
he wants
pissed
because
he was sold a bag of goods here. He was sold something that this isn't.
What was he told this show was?
I don't know.
Probably anything but terrible.
It's a talk show on Fox 25.
He was told a number of listeners.
Yeah. It's a lot of fucking viewers.
He was given a number. I mean, that's what I meant, viewers. He was given a number, though, whether it's 100,000 or 1 million or something
huge.
Impressive.
Sib, Sibby is the co-host. So
he said there's a big YouTube
friend of yours.
Scorch like Sib, come on, get some of your celebrity friends. We need a big get.
Do you think Scorch is annoyed right now that Sib is getting to do this on his own?
No, he's clueless.
Scorch, I'm doing a great job over
Scorch doesn't care. He's just sitting there going, "This is great."
Amazing.
All right, a little more.
Really? A stellar movie career.
I actually have been in the biggest movies of the summer twice. Back to School, if anyone remembers that, and Something About Mary.
Right.
And I was in Me, Myself, and Irene. And I just did one called The Makeover. It was on ABC. It sucked. And my parts sucked. But I've done a lot of independent movies, and I'm producing 2 things for Showtime and Comedy Central. So I met,
hey, don't mention the other networks.
You guys have an executive producer.
Yeah.
And he's dressed worse than I am.
Yeah.
And now I'm an executive producer.
There you go.
So
you know what the question I got about is, what's it? Something About Mary.
Yes. Was it
classic
real?
scene.
Was it real?
Exactly. They cut that out on TV all the time.
Do they?
Yeah. No, my wife doesn't even think it's part of the show.
Right.
But they have this scene where every guy's done it, accidentally zipped up his pack, his nutsack there, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they showed that in the movie, right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
No, let me.
Was it I love the accent. Was it package?
Shit. Here's the best part of that whole thing. Here's the best part of this whole god-awful exchange.
Yeah.
Steve Sweeney wants to commit a murder. He's being nice to this guy because he plays golf with him.
Yeah.
He wants Scorch to die of cancer. But here's the thing. Scorch is so left out of this, and he knows it. At least he's smart enough to shut up. But he wants to be a part of it, so when Sibby says something about zipping up Scorch, just to get in the mix, goes, please listen to Scorch's including laugh.
And he's now mad at Sib.
Oh, he's just
Sib got him involved in this nonsense.
Scorch doesn't know this is a bad segment. He just knows he's
and this will probably ruin their friendship.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
not at first.
Maybe we're going to see a new co-host.
Right. No, it's going to ruin Sib and Sweeney's friendship.
Yeah.
Because Sweeney goes, "What the fuck? What did you get me involved with here?" That's going to come out. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
No, let me.
Yeah, we gotta get
when he
there.
first
The scene where every
I'm-
guy's done it, accidentally zipped up his his pack, his nutsack there, whatever.
Yeah.
And they showed that in the movie, right? What was that?
What was that?
Hold on, we're missing something
It's
else.
called a fucking, like, a prop, you dunce.
There's no reason to...
Exactly, that wasn't a hamburger on the hibachi. What was it? Your friend's head.
Let's go to Chucky in Queens. Chucky's in love. What's up, Chucky?
I can't get enough of it. It's unbelievable. I'm obsessed.
Well, I was asking Jimmy in the bathroom, like, I don't even know if this makes good radio. I don't know. I just get mad.
I'm obsessed with it.
Go. I don't know if I'm outnumbered out there, but keep it going.
All right. Fair enough.
Let me tell you something. In the very beginning, you guys were cracking up about the physical shot, how he took himself out of the camera shot, but you missed a line when he was like, we waited in many comedy lines, but those weren't the only lines. Like making awful.
Oh yeah, no, I caught that, but it was just one more in a sea of terrible jokes.
Oh my God, classic Scorch. Keep it up, boys.
Oh yeah, all right.
I love this Sweeney interview.
Wow.
I'm going to believe the one
This is
guy.
terrible.
I'm going to believe the one guy that this is working.
And Steve Sweeney's not even enjoying it. I mean, he's having a miserable time.
No.
He's putting no effort into it. He just wants to go home. Because he opens up with, I've been depressed. I'm not going to go in for the reason for the depression. I would love to have talked about that.
Yeah.
You got to push him on that.
Oh, dude, Scorch doesn't care.
Have the scene where every guy's done it, accidentally zipped up his pack, his nutsack there, whatever.
Yeah.
And they showed that in the movie, right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
Yeah.
No, let me. Wow.
See, the level of questioning on this show is
Let me just. I don't like to get into this, but
It's the level of
The level of questioning on the show is outstanding.
But this,
little Scorch, I would have handled this a little differently. You know that, right?
it's all right, Scorch. Sit back. They all know.
All right, I'm gonna hang back.
Sometimes you shine brightest when you're just sitting back.
You sure?
He knows. No, he doesn't. He hates Scorch.
Hates him.
Who does?
What's his name? The comedian.
Steve Sweeney. He's a legend.
He's-
Steve Sweeney's a legend.
Scorch is sitting there trying to include himself, and Steve Sweeney, he paused for a second. But then when you realize Scorch was just talking, he just started talking over him.
I want to just get guests that were on this show now.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
all I want to
get
do.
it
is
now.
bring
I
him in.
want Steve Sweeney. Can we get him on the phone? Because I want to know what he is so mad. So if something went down, he realized probably when he showed up, like, what the fuck? This isn't a big TV show.
Let's work on getting Steve Sweeney on the phone. I'd love to talk to him.
Right? What was that?
It wasn't Ben Stiller's thing.
Was it your package?
No, let me. Wow.
See, the level of questioning on this show is
Let me just. I don't like to get into this, but I am going to take a moment to talk about my package. When women see me naked, they always say the same thing. I can't believe you're white. Anyway, this is why, as I mentioned earlier, erectile dysfunction is such an important issue.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Steve, I don't get that.
I know. But you're from New Hampshire. I'll do it slow. Hey, listen, I know we go out to New Hampshire. You New Hampshire people, I go into New Hampshire. At the top of the sign, Sibby, it says, "Welcome to New Hampshire."
Bienvenue.
At the bottom, it says, "Bienvenue." I've been in New Hampshire a number of times. No one's ever come up to me and said, "Oh, bonjour, monsieur. Comment allez-vous? Bienvenue." It's more like that. There's a bear over there. But I want to congratulate the people of New Hampshire on that Kangamangas Highway there.
Yeah.
What is it? Kangamangas Highway. That is
I like your version better.
This is your show. I should be looking at you.
No, it's okay. I don't want to look at you. Go ahead. Look at you.
I was on Letterman, and people say, "How was it?" I said, "I don't remember. I just did it." You know, it's kind of like the '80s.
Right. If you were there.
You know, but I've had one of the best thing about this business.
Steve reminds me right now.
So bad.
This is, it seems like a comedian coming unraveled. And it's like, there's so much interesting stuff to talk to this guy about because he is a legend in Boston, and he's a really solid actor.
And he's got some bitterness to him, which is great.
There's something there that he's really seems depressed about something.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't you want to? He didn't want to go into it, but why not just have a real conversation with the guy? I would much rather hear that.
Of course.
You feel the same way because we've had a lot of conversations. I have worked with people in my field that were my heroes. I worked with George Carlin.
Unbelievable.
I followed Richard Pryor at the Comedy Store. I was good friends with Rodney Dangerfield. So, you know, now that I have one foot in the grave.
Sibby's impression was really good. This is why he's a co-host.
Did a Rodney impression. He kind of pulled at the neck of his shirt. And
Black vest.
That was either, Rodney Dangerfield or Frankenstein.
See, no, it was fucking Omar as he went thrown out of the helicopter.
What the fuck?
You expect me to believe Sibby was a co-host?
Because Sibby says so.
Sibby says so. Let's hear the Rodney impression.
Yeah, that's great.
It's great.
With people in my field that were my heroes. I worked with George Carlin.
Unbelievable.
I followed Richard Pryor at the Comedy Store. I was good friends with Rodney Dangerfield. So, you know, now that I have one foot in the grave,
You're here on our show. Thank you.
You know, getting back to death, because it's so important to talk about this. This is what I want to do. What do they call it when they burn you? Cremate.
Hiring you.
Cremate you. Are you stoned? I've never seen him this focused. Anyway, so this is what I want to do. Sarah, by the way, great music.
Like a guy. He sounds like a guy ready to commit suicide.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steve Sweeney sounds like unless this is a total put on.
No, he's mad about.
He sounds like a very sad guy right now who is ready to commit suicide.
Because he probably sitting there going, "This is what it's come down to. I'm doing a public access TV that's on in the middle of the fucking night."
That's pretty much it.
And he thought it was going to be something else, so he was probably excited going into it.
Wow, he sounds really depressed.
Yeah, something going on there.
Great music. So I want them to cremate me, get my ashes, put them in an ashtray, dump them on a carpet, and I want David Orrick himself with his latest vacuum cleaner to vacuum me up. What do you think?
I would like to see you get sucked up by an Orrick. Yes, that would be kind of cool, yes.
We started out on the wrong foot.
So now,
yes.
you've been on Letterman, you've been in some of these movies. Now you've made it to the top, so your career is actually getting better as you're getting older. So
where do we go to?
All over the place. We go to 7, 8, 10 homes now that we're on Fox.
10. So we're going as far as west as Wayland and as far east as Waltham, something like that?
We're going from Quincy to Hull. And then maybe from Quincy to Dorchester.
Okay.
So we get a good signal, yeah.
Well, for those of you who ever, I know there's a big difference. The South Shore and the North Shore. They act like it's Germany. There should be like a wall. It's like there's not that much difference, I hate to tell you. But anyway, Quincy is the home not only of 2 presidents, but it is the greatest place in the world for an emergency manicure, pedicure,
holy crap,
or massage. This audience sucks. I'm going to tell you right now. This is A material. This is A stuff.
Oh man, I know.
The only one laughing is the executive producer. He looks like a homeless guy. But I like him. So this has been a real thrill. I have absolutely nothing to plug. Oh yes, I do. This is Fox, right?
Yes. Right.
I have a show that's coming on Fox. It's going to be on Sundays. I am the host. It's a reality show, Sibby. It's called Catch an Illegal Alien. Now, we are shooting them at Home Depots all over the country. Now, this is how the show works. One guy runs up the aisle, and you go by the usual guy that gives you directions at Home Depot. Oh, yeah, I don't know where it is. Maybe. And if you catch the illegal alien before the other guy, you and your family get a trip to his country of origin. So you can go to the Dominican Republic, Guatemala. We're very excited.
Holy shit.
So this is it, the end of my life.
Wow.
Thank you for witnessing it. Oh, by the way, sir, I was very disappointed because I hope I can get through this. I really thought I had a shot at being the Pope.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have liked the hat, the slippers, the Pope mobile, get up there. Yeah. If I were Pope, here's what I'm doing. I'm bringing back 2 places that you kids don't know about, but I remember them growing up. They're called Purgatory and Limbo. Kind of a Malden Everett feel to them. Now, Limbo was your soul. It's just kind of rocketed. It's kind of the NASA program. Now, Purgatory, God looks at your life and says, Sib, come on. You've been a dick.
Right.
Sorry, God. But I'm not sending you to Lynn. So, so you're going to stay in Everett for a while.
Oh, man. You know what?
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much.
Come back on again.
All right, thank you.
You got to give it up. It's Sweeney from Sweeney Playhouse. How's that? Was that very luxurious?
That was good.
There you go. Steve Sweeney on Scorch PFG TV. We're coming back. We're going to close out our very first made-for-Fox TV show on Scorch's PFG TV. We're coming right back.
Oh, God.
Wow, so that wraps up our very first made-for-Fox TV show. I want to thank our special guests, Sarah and Lisa, Sarah Lakita and Lisa Dario. You can't forget about them. Scott Young, Olympic player, professional hockey player, and so much more.
And, of course, the one and only
Steve Sweeney. Thank you all for coming out to the show.
It was a great show.
Start next week.
I had a ball.
Next week, we're going to talk to you about the PFG spot. Now, you might be able to become one of the hotties, one of Scorch's hotties on the PFG spot. So for now, for my pal Sibby and for myself, check out ScorchesPFGTV.com for everything else. We'll see you next week right here live on Fox 25. See you later. Bye.
End of SNL music.
Yeah, you can't do that. Fox wouldn't allow that. It's not made for Fox. Fox doesn't even know he's doing this.
I don't know what to say anymore about Scorch.
Yuck. It was fun, but then it just gets sad.
It's just so terrible. Well, he's. I guess he's very happy with what he's doing.
Good for him.
Is that something?
Steve Sweeney on Twitter.
I hope so.
I would assume so.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear the behind the scenes.
Oh, God, do I.
I want to hear what's happening behind the cameras.
Yes.
I want to hear how big the audience is. I want to hear what the problems were with Scorch. If he's still speaking at all with Sibby.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at Sibby for getting involved with that. All right.